Hey everyone, we are live for our Teach Better Conference 2023 featured speaker live. We just announced on Sunday a brand new featured speaker to our lineup. As many of you know, we are making a big announcement every single week for 5 weeks. We announced CJ Reynolds as our keynote, one of our keynotes last week, and now we have Kimberly Carthens. I am so excited for you guys to get maybe reintroduced to Kimberly because she has been a part of the Teach Better family for quite some time. But if this is your first time connecting with her, I'm so excited for you to learn all about her. As many of you know, speaking at the Teach Better Conference is something we really love to amplify voices of educators doing incredible things. I hope that many of you watching, even if you're catching this live or after the fact, apply and submit your own proposal to speak in May. But these initial launched educators are people we know are going to get you excited for our October event. So we'll be right back to talk to Kim. Hey everyone, we're live for our featured speaker live featuring Kim. She is an incredible educator. I'm so thrilled if this is your first introduction. You're in for a treat. Kim, how are you feeling today? Happy Monday.
I am feeling great on this beautiful Monday. Thank you so much for the invitation.
I'm so glad you're here because I feel as though you being on our initial lineup is kind of like a perfect blend between an incredible educator everyone's going to meet and family, because I have actually gotten to spend time with you. And to me, I really do consider you more of a friend than anything else. And then you were part of this list. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now she gets to just continue to express her passion for education.
Oh, thank you so much. It seems like a while ago that we first met and you came into my classroom, and I was just in awe of all that you do. And just being able to make this connection once again is magical.
Yes, I want to go through that timeline. I think, okay, someone told me about this incredible rock star elementary teacher. And at the time I was a middle school teacher. And so I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to hunt her down. So then I observed your classroom, and it was kind of like walking into, I just it took my breath away. I was going to say walking into a Broadway play where you walk into the auditorium, just you can feel the air change. Your classroom was just so full of life and energy. And that was even before I met your students. And then we had the experience where we were able to bump into each other going to the Ron Clark Academy together and having our students kind of there as well. So it's just kind of been bumping into each other as we go.
Like destiny. I agree.
And then, as many people here will remember, Kim, you were featured on a 12-hour live recently. And I know that many people experience 12-hour lives and have things that they remember or take away, but it's hard to remember everything, right? There's 12 hours of PD, and we've done numerous different sessions of them. But you were the one that on camera, we gave away, what was it? Some huge toy, right?
Connect 4, jumbo size. Yeah.
Yes. And so not only was it fun to give you that live on camera, but it was also fun to watch Katie and Sarah from the Teach Better team go and deliver that to your classroom. I saw the unedited version of that video, and them carrying that thing in the rain in your school was hysterical.
Oh my gosh. I was totally shocked, and it was a pivotal moment for real. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Kim, I'm excited for you to share a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, all the goals you have, and the work that you might bring to the Teach Better Conference. But real quick, we're going to play this clip, and then we'll get to your introduction.
Piece of advice that I have ever received is from my mom and my dad. My parents have always taught me to be me, to be curious, and to differentiate myself from others. My favorite travel snack would have to be green tea. It keeps me calm, cozy, and centered on my purpose.
We are live with Kimberly Carthens. Kimberly, if this is our network's first time connecting with you, would you mind sharing a little about yourself?
Of course. course. I am originally from Peoria, Illinois. That is my hometown. And I have a older sister, just one sibling, and my two parents, Willie and Ward, they live in Pinehurst, North Carolina, which is kind of like Golftown, USA.
Yeah, geez, let's all go for a vacation.
Yes. They always dreamed of living on a golf course, and they really made their dream come true. So it's a perfect place to visit and call as a second home. My sister lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and I love visiting her often. And I have two children, Raven and Jade. Jade is my youngest. She is at Purdue, majoring in engineering at Purdue University in Indiana. And then my oldest, Raven, she'll be graduating. Wow, I can't even believe it.
I know. You just said it and I got chills. I'm like, wait, I don't understand how she's old enough to graduate, but if you say so.
She's student teaching right now in kindergarten, Be Still My Heart. And she actually already has a position as a kindergarten teacher in Atlanta, Georgia. So busy times right now, but so exciting. And just feeling so blessed.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe the girls are that old. I just saw, if you guys have not stalked Kim on Facebook yet, or Instagram, you need to go over there because you just did this really cute photos of the two girls and they are just stunning and smart and it's everything you must want. Those are incredible, incredible young women.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I was able to get to know your daughters a little bit and your husband because when we traveled to Atlanta, they were with you. And I guess, you know how time is so funny as you get older. It's kind of like if you haven't bumped into people in a while, you're like, oh, they must still be the same age. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I think you have a high schooler, maybe an 8th grader and a middle schooler, because that's what they were when I met them. And now they're like grown adults. They're going to go change education and holy cow, engineering at Purdue. These are huge accolades.
It time passes so quickly, I guess, when you're having so much fun. Yeah.
No, it's so fun. So Kim, I know that you have always been just this incredible educator, but can you share a little bit about what you're most passionate about? I know you may not know specifically what sessions you might be sharing at the Teach Better conference here coming in October, but I know that you are a very passionate educator and we have a whole lot to learn during that event.
Well, thank you. I am extremely passionate about community building. It just really brings all together that I love and embrace. I blog often with diverse and inclusive children's literature, and I like to infuse that in my classroom at all times. Just really building that sense of belonging is just so important to me, with that sense of belonging in our class family, as well as our school building and our community. And along with that, student engagement, that was my session that I did the last time. And so just bringing those all together with igniting the passion for learning, and being a lifelong learner myself.
You know, Kim, one of the things I really value about the Teach Better community is they have a very strong expectation that anytime we learn something new from somebody in the Teach Better family, it's not just going to be pie in the sky ideas, but really applicable. And I was so excited to have you in this lineup because you are absolutely an educator that believes in relationships and community and ensuring that students love learning. But you're not just going to discuss that topic for 60 minutes and then go say, okay, good luck figuring out the how behind that message. You are full of strategies, ideas, different things you've seen. And I really value that about how you share constantly, but also the Teach Better conference, I hope, because educators need like ideas that are specific, like action steps. You know what I mean?
Yes. And thank you. I do find it so important when I go to conferences and workshops, and I'm in a lot of training this year with restorative practices and community building, and pursuing actually my doctoral degree. So I just find it so important to center myself on my focus and my purpose, and at the same time having that circle around me of those who can support and uplift me through those times where it might not be so easy, and other times where it's just going with the flow. So yes, they will definitely hear tons of strategies within my sessions.
Good. Yeah, I want to talk about that doctoral program because I know our community here will have interest in that. But really quick, I want to highlight the fact that the way that you've been teaching, I'm sure, has developed over time, right? I'm confident that since I observed you, God, I don't know how many years ago that was, you've just continued to improve your craft. But what I really value about you bringing your ideas to the conference is also the fact that this isn't something you've tried for 6 months or a unit or even, a year or two. This is truly how you instruct in a sustainable, manageable, and scalable way, which is something that I think all educators need to begin to lead into, because we can't just keep pulling ideas out of a hat every year and trying the new best thing that's a hot topic when it might that creates burnout because we're not able to scale our workload. So we're constantly taking on more, but not taking less off of our plate. And so I think that will be something that I hope educators really value about getting to know you as a person, sit down in your sessions, network with you throughout the weekend, is that sustainable, scalable component. Would you mind speaking to that a little bit?
I would totally agree. I feel like it's so much like the learning process with our students, that it's not just a one and done. It's so important. I started out teaching in first grade for 10 years, and then 11 in second grade, and then I graduated to third grade. And it's just been a process over time, pulling together what's best for the students, and putting them first and foremost, and letting them drive instruction through inquiry, through building relationships, and through that intentional curriculum and content that we really want them to know with rigor. So I totally agree. It's just so important for everyone to see it doesn't happen overnight.
Yes.
It doesn't. It happens with collaboration, and very important consideration for the students that you have and their culture and their background and the climate that you are building.
I cannot wait to continue to learn more about this. Kim, before we log off, and I'm going to have you share how everyone can stay connected, because we have comments just flowing in as we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. People are just so excited to continue to learn from you. And I know they can learn from you before October, right? October doesn't need to be their first connection to you.
Agree.
Yes, absolutely. That's what a network's about. But before we get to that, we have to go to the doctoral program, because that whole thing is so intimidating. Tell me about your doctoral program. This is such a big celebration that you're doing this.
Well, I have a coworker and dear friend, and we decided to launch into it really at the same time, and be support for each other. We came to a new school when I started teaching third grade at the same time, and we just felt that interest to embark on, just like I said, the lifelong learning, and not really knowing for sure if this was the time, if this was for us, but saying, let's just go for it together.
Yeah.
And give it our best try. So we started out in the first introductory class together to pursue a doctoral degree in teaching and learning. And for our second class, we decided to this semester kind of go with our own passions. Hers is technology and mine is literacy, because we felt like, okay, we're ready for this, and still we're study partners together, and we're just making it happen right now, just doing one class at a time. But it may increase in the future. But we're still juggling the teaching day to day. But I love it because it's a lot like my master's, where I was able to go to class that evening and then go back and implement and try and fail and try it again within the classroom. And I just love that action-based inquiry. It's just motivational to me. So my best recommendation is just give it a try. Just give it a try, and also have a community that supports you and loves on you when there are times that you just need to be lifted up just a little bit.
Kim, you really make it not sound intimidating, but the problem is the moment I get off this live, I'll be like, no way, it's so intimidating. I'm gonna have to call you again and just like have that on repeat. Like, between the voice the beautiful voice you have and the description, you could do it, just try. Like, I need to maybe go to sleep to your voice every day.
You've got me, Ray. You've got me. I'm here for you.
I also liked your recommendation of the buddy system. I think that is something that would maybe help me, is if I had like a buddy system mentality. That way I love the study partner, and that even if you separate on some classes, it's okay, because you're able to still continue to feel the camaraderie in doing something that is bigger than what you're working on in the classroom, and you can talk shop about it. And that's just so fun. That's so fun.
I think the key part you said there is when you keep your goal oriented and there's something bigger out there than what you may be going through at that particular time, that capsulizes it. You're ready, Ray. You are ready.
Oh gosh, you're so good, Kim. But it's funny you say that, because so many educators right now, and everybody in our community, I feel like, is talking about how they're stressed. And sometimes stress means that you need to take self-care, you need to take time away, disconnect, have more family time, set up routines. All those things are good. But sometimes stress also can be supported by getting a new passion project. And so sometimes it's like people will adopt running or yoga, and that's a great passion project. But sometimes it is going and learning something new, and doing a doctoral program is a great little distraction that might add stress, but maybe it's a good kind of stress.
True. Even from the professors that you interact with, and the connections to the community, and the other, fellow colleagues or participants in the class, that's a community to depend on to keep you continually strong. So I would agree with the passion project.
So good. Kim, would you mind sharing how everyone can stay connected? Because as you and I actually spoke earlier today, the Teach Better family is such a wonderful community of solution-seeking educators. And while I'm so thrilled that many of them are connecting with you today here, I don't want their next interaction to be at the conference. This is a community first family right here, and I want to make sure they're connected to you far before they get to possibly meet you in person October 20th and 21st. So how can people stay connected?
You can connect with me at 2DreamBigK on Instagram, on Twitter, as well as on Facebook. And as well on Facebook, you can look for Teach Upon a Dream, and that connects with it as well.
Oh, so wonderful. Kim, thank you for coming live and sharing a little bit about the work you're doing. I'm so excited to see you again in person at the conference and have you share everything that you possibly can with our community. I'm so excited that you're part of this lineup.
You are welcome. Thank you as always for making me feel comfortable and cozy in your presence. And I just can't wait. I'm so excited.
So fun. For everybody here, please make sure you head to teachbetterconference.com if you haven't taken advantage of early bird registration. That closes at the beginning of June. So please make sure you take care of that. If you need anything from us, let us know. We have principal letters and sponsorship information and podcasters row information. So if you guys have any questions, please just direct message any of us here on the team, and we'll try and get you as much support as possible so you can take advantage of those tickets. And we will see you October 20th and 21st all together as we come together in Akron, Ohio to celebrate education. Bye, friends. Have a good day.